Hey there, roofing contractor subscribers. I'm Dr. Gensini, certified consulting meteorologist and PhD from the University of Georgia, and I'm here because I love educating contractors about what storms are coming their way. Enjoy this week's video. It's Dr. Gensini, Extreme Weather Insights, powered by PSAI. This is this week's forecast video for Sunday, August 15th. Let's take a quick look at the radar. A pretty active week last week, as we talked about. Some tornadoes were literally in my backyard last week. Here's the current radar. Not a whole lot to talk about. We do have a pretty big area of high pressure in place most of the weekend here across the Midwest and Western Great Lakes. Just beautiful Saturday and Sunday conditions. What really happened here is the cold front has swept through and has started pushing towards the southeastern United States. And so we got a lot of showers and thunderstorms here this Sunday evening and afternoon across places like Nashville into Atlanta, Birmingham, Jackson, Tuscaloosa, and really all the way up into the I-80 corridor, into portions of northern Virginia and even up into the DC metro area. Most of the showers out in the west are very isolated and monsoonal in nature, meaning they kind of blow up really quickly and they decay really quickly. So no real severe weather expected with any of those. Some of the storms today out in the southeast have produced damaging winds and very, very small hail. Most of the cases here, wind gusts up to about 50 miles per hour. So if you're watching this on the Monday morning, you may see a few swaths in the southeastern United States, along with maybe a couple small hail swaths across southern Kansas. Other than that, not really a lot to talk about. Ingredients wise, take a look at these dew points. For August standards, these are pretty common. I mean, last week we had 80 dew points up into Iowa. So, I mean, you can imagine with that kind of heat and not only heat, but humidity here, looking at the moisture. When you get those type of dew points way up into the Midwest, it almost always means severe weather. That's why you saw so much damaging wind last week. The dew points were just way above average. These numbers here look very, very average. In fact, the northern plains in the 50s and 60s here mean that some dry air has infiltrated the region, which really has shut down the severe weather threat across the Midwest. We had, here in Chicago, we had 5 days, I think, in a row of severe thunderstorm watches, which is pretty remarkable for any season, let alone early August. You can see here, no real wind shear threat. The jet stream is way up into Canada, so not a lot to see here in terms of severe weather threat. In fact, the only severe weather threat as we start the week is going to be with the tropical disturbance that moves inland into portions of Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. You can watch how this migrates northward. Here's the Monday threat, the Tuesday threat, right? Just migrating a little bit northeast. And then the Wednesday threat. So right up kind of the eastern seaboard, this tropical system is going to make landfall. It's going to be very weak, not expecting any hurricane situation or anything like that. Very weak tropical disturbance, lots of rainfall, maybe a little damaging wind, maybe an isolated threat for some tornadoes. No hail expected with any of this type of activity. The air aloft is just too warm, so you're not going to be able to get any hail. But you see there how that threat kind of migrates Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday right up the eastern seaboard. Thursday, the shift way back out west. This does look like a hail threat. This includes the Denver metro, Cheyenne, even as far south as Colorado Springs, and maybe getting into far, far northwest Texas. But storms out here are going to remain isolated, so it remains to be seen if those storms will hit any populated areas. Friday seems pretty quiet. Saturday and Sunday, we get a couple bigger threats. I think the biggest day might be Sunday, although you can imagine, right? I'm looking at this forecast 7 days out, so there's still some uncertainty as to where these storms will be. But places like Omaha, Kansas City, Twin Cities, Des Moines, and even Davenport will get in on these storms next weekend. Could be significant hail producers, could also be tornado producers, so we'll keep an eye on this particular event, and we will keep you updated. Make sure to look at our updated forecast swaths every day to see if those threats move into your area. Overall, this seems like a very average mid-August week, so we're going with an Extreme Weather Insights score of 5 for August 16th through the 22nd. Last week we had a 7. I need to move that little thunderbolt over here in the middle. Last week we had a 7. Lots of damaging wind. Not expecting that much activity this week. But there will be tornadoes. There will be a couple days opportunities with hail swaths and certainly some damaging winds as that tropical system makes landfall in the southeast. So going with an average week overall. Dr. Gensini here for Extreme Weather Insights. Thank you, as always, for tuning into this week's forecast video. We'll see you next week. Please get in touch with us if you have any questions or if you would like to run a campaign with any of our swaths. As always, we appreciate you, and please tune in to us next week for our forecast video. Take care. Thanks for watching this week's video, and I hope it helped you prepare for the week. As always, you can get tons of great content at roofingcontractor.com. And please, if you have any questions, reach out to our team at predictivesalesai.com. Have a great week.